Hey you guys, just catching up on some footage that I recorded over the holidays and wasn't able to get out. And so this is actually before Class Wars finals. I think between prelims and finals. So it will be a similar BR and strength to what you guys saw in the Toon overview. So this is up against Red Beans, who was previously called Queenie Bee. And it starts out pretty standard, trying to kill the kids, but she ends up getting a heal with a Frigga. And I'm decently protected against Frigga. I don't have a ton of crystals, but I do have pretty decent dimensions. So the couple crystals that I have for protection against this sylph at the time are pretty good. Maybe I have 3 of each, water and wind, something like that. But nothing too crazy. But good enough, I think, in general. But of course, Queenie Bee, or it's hard for me to not call her that. But Beans it is the strongest archer as far as BR goes, and actually did pull off a good win in Class Wars this month. And so a big congratulations to her for her first Class Wars win. And here we have some really nice fights. So this first one with the Frigga goes for very long. I don't know. I think this is maybe the longest fight I've had in a really long time, if not ever. And so you guys can check that out. I'll be back in the conclusion where I do have a couple fights against her where she uses Thor, which is sort of hysterical because we go from just the longest fight I've had in such a long time to maybe some of the shortest fights I've ever had with somebody, even of a very strong caliber. There's generally not people who can one-shot me. Even, I mean, my resistances against Fire and Electro are not fantastic by any means, but it is just sort of amazing to me that anybody could deal that much against me. So I guess that's a good moment to be humbled and to I guess remind me that you have to take every sylph seriously, and there is a very good chance that top players will use those. So yeah. So please enjoy, and I'll be back at the end. So here she gets the stun on me, goes into Sylph mode, and it's pretty much just impending doom from there. If I can't get out of the stun to get to... I end up going for a heal rune here. In retrospect, had I had enough time to get to a rune, I should have done a Guardian and then used Restore. That's a pretty basic mage tactic, and I'm surprised that I didn't do that. That's usually something I would go for. But yeah, so I end up getting another fight with her, and I just thought this was ridiculous and funny because, I mean, the other fight was so long. You know, Frigga just does not pack much of a punch. It doesn't have a lot of powerful skills, so we're just there for such a long time, and then in contrast, here she's just blowing me away. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm not getting any stuns in, and then I used my heal too early because it ends up going for my kid. Possibly at the time I was thinking that if I save the kid, maybe I can save myself, but that Sylph still has a priority attack, a player priority attack, and a Delphic that can hit 2 targets. So anyway, this is the huge Delphic that hits for 570%, and my resistances actually should be decent here. I think I was wrong about saying that I had a dim for water and wind, because this was Class Wars week, so I probably didn't have a water dimension. So I probably had one for Electra and fire. But anyway, that was totally mortifying, but sort of funny at the same time. So I can beat her with a Frigga, clearly, but with that Thor, not so great. So I think Thor is good for BG-type fights, anything that doesn't have Sylph troops. I think Thor's performance in Class Wars doing well, you know, the fact that people with Thor do well there is mostly just chalked up to the fact that people don't protect against it. If you protect against Thor like the way that people protect against Odin, it would be a completely different story in Class Wars. So here just showing the stats, and pretty comparable, I would say, stat-wise. She pretty clearly has Thor on here. She has 421k physical attack, so I doubt that's with Odin. I'd be very surprised if it were. And resistance-wise, I'm definitely much stronger, but she has a ton of HP, probably from the Sylph, and maybe she does stack up some gems against that, I think. And yeah, so she's not big on block or anything like that. And defense-wise, I clearly have more Forge, but otherwise, you know, nothing too crazy in that respect. I think she just has a big Sylph advantage on me. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Take care, and have a very good day.